Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a new part of my makeup collection series. I'm going to be going through my entire Morphe Brushes collection. So I've been doing a makeup collection video every single month. Last year I was going through my makeup collection by foundations, concealers, blushes, eyelashes. This year I started a new part of the series where I'm going through certain brands. I've done Pure and Sigma and ColourPop and Tarte, and last month in Tarte's video a lot of people voted on seeing my Morphe collection, and I thought that was going to be a fantastic idea because I love Morphe and I purchase a lot from them, as you are going to see. This video is going to be pretty similar to like my Sigma Beauty video where I do have a good amount of makeup from Morphe, but then I do have a lot of makeup brushes. If you guys know me, if you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I have a serious makeup brush problem. I love makeup brushes. I just do. So I have a lot of them from Morphe. I love Morphe because I feel like it is a very affordable brand, yet they always seem to have a really good quality, whether it's with their makeup or with their brushes. I just find myself really liking a lot of what I get from Morphe, so I'm super excited to show you guys my collection. I'll have their website listed down below, and then I will list everything that I mentioned in this video and link everything. That's going to take me a while, but it will all be in the description box down below, as well as what's on my face, what I'm wearing, all that stuff. That's always in the description box. This is not a sponsored video. I do not have a coupon code with Morphe, though I wish I did. And after you see my collection, you probably know why. It's just really is one of my favorite brands, and I really do enjoy purchasing from them. Again, disclaimer, as this is my third video, I believe, that I'm filming since I got a wisdom tooth extracted, so still a little swollen on this side of my face. My voice is still not completely back to normal because I can't unhinge my jaw all the way. And yes, the right side of my tongue is still numb, and it has been 1 week. Hoping we regain some sensation back in there because it's a really weird feeling to only be able to feel half of your tongue. But if my voice sounds a little bit different, or just I'm kind of talking slower, that is why I'm still definitely in recovery mode from that procedure. It was a doozy. But why don't we go ahead and get started with my Morphe Brushes makeup collection. The first thing that I want to talk about are my palettes that I own from Morphe. So I want to start with the original 35 palette that I purchased, which is the 35T. If this isn't in the very first Morphe Brushes order that I purchased, it was in like at least the second one, because I got this so long ago. This palette is just beat up because I loved it. A lot of people were raving about the 350 at the time, but it was always out of stock. I could never get it. And so I finally went with the 35T because it has all these beautiful purples, mauves, gold. There's beautiful mattes, beautiful shimmers, but it just really spoke to me because I love these kind of colors. I'm such a mauve girl, such a gold girl, and I thought this would be a really good palette for me, and it definitely was. I still reach for this to this day, even though I've had it for years now. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite palettes. A lot of times when people ask me for a good palette that has those pretty mauve shades, I'm always recommending the 35T because I think it is fantastic. So finally, the 350 came back in stock and I could get it. I think it was probably around the time where the 350 shimmer and the 350 matte came out and people were buying them, and finally the original 350 came back in stock and I finally got it. This is a beautiful palette. It has been very, very loved by me. There's beautiful oranges. The shimmer shades in here are absolutely stunning, but there's really pretty like neutral brown matte shades as well. One of my absolute favorite palettes. I was really, really happy that I was finally able to get my hands on this because it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. And then most recently to my collection is the 35R. I've only had this palette for what, maybe a month or so, but it has been so loved. I adore this palette. I do have a full video on this that I will leave linked down below that I did not too long ago. I'm obsessed with this palette. This is a very new palette to Morphe, and I can tell that the shades in here are a step up from the 35T and the 350. These are still very good shades. Still very happy with the quality in there, but I can tell that these are just a step or two above what is in those palettes. And I just have been so impressed with this palette. Even though these are not necessarily travel friendly palettes, the 35R has been coming with me when I go out of town or go to events because I just think it's so beautiful, and I love the shades in here. The shimmers are definitely more of like foiled shadows, and they are stunning. I've been raving about this palette ever since I got it, I feel like, and I just absolutely love it. The 35 palettes are usually around $22.99 for each one. There's always discount codes for Morphe floating around. You can get 10% off, but $22.99 for 35 eyeshadows I do not think is a bad price at all. So again, the 35 palettes, I think they are a great way to go. I have 3. I can definitely see myself purchasing more. Those are my 35 palettes, and then I have some 25 palettes to show as well. Recently, Morphe came out with the 25A and 25B eyeshadow palettes, and I have like the best social media family ever, the best friends ever, because these were actually both sent to me. The 25A was sent to me by my friend KCV. She does have a YouTube channel here. I'll leave her link down below. And the 25B, I actually just got this, like, the day before I'm filming this video is when I got it from Jordan. And I was just like shocked and amazed. So this is the first time I'm even opening it and seeing the 25B. And it looks gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. The 25A I have been able to use a few times, and it is so pretty. The shimmer shades in here are so gorgeous, but I've also done a full matte look with these browns up here because those are just like my shades and the looks that I love doing. So because I love the 25A so much, I'm definitely super excited to get into the 25B, and I'm so grateful. I just get so grateful and so overwhelmed whenever I get any packages, especially from friends and social media family. It just really means so much to me. So I was so grateful to be able to get both of these palettes and to be able to test them out. I do love the Morphe eyeshadows, and I really enjoy their palettes. So I was excited because I did have both of these palettes in my makeup I regret not buying video. I'll have that link down below. I said I was super bummed. I was out of town traveling at the time that these launched, and I missed them. And so my wonderful friend sent them to me when they came back in stock, which I thought was amazing. The last time I checked, these were back in stock, so hopefully they still are, and I can leave them linked down below. But that is the 25A and 25B. I have 2 more makeup items before we hop into the brushes. These are the Morphe liquid lipsticks. I have been so impressed with these, and I really wasn't sure what to think because they are a bit newer and I wasn't seeing a whole lot of reviews on them yet. And so I picked them up for myself when I bought the 35R, and seriously, been so impressed. I just mentioned them in my top 5 best and worst lipsticks, and they were in the best category because they have just been my favorites. So I picked up 2 shades to start with, both pretty Samantha shades, a pink and then a brown. I love these because they are so long lasting, just so long lasting through eating, through anything. Like, they just stay on the lips. It's really amazing to me, but they're also very comfortable. They do dry down completely matte, but they do not feel dry. They don't make my lips uncomfortable. They don't do the weird cracking thing. Like, I was very impressed with these. I reach for these a lot, especially when I know I'm going to be gone for a long period of time and I want a long wearing lipstick. These are what I'm reaching for because they're gonna stay on all day, and I do like the shades of them, and I just like how comfortable they are. So if you haven't tried out the Morphe liquid lipsticks yet, these are $12.99, and I definitely think they are worth it. Before we hop over to my brushes, I have some tools here. I have 2 of the Flawless sponges, and man, this sponge is a good one. I had heard Jaclyn Hill raving about them, and they kept going out of stock, and then finally they came back in stock, and I picked one up for myself. Obviously, I love it. It's sturdy. And then Jordan, when she sent me the 25B palette, she also had sent me another sponge. I was like, yes, because I love these sponges. And I also have a dog who likes to eat my makeup sponges, and she always goes after the ones I love the most. It is so sad. My Sigma 3D HD blender, found that today. Chewed up. Oh, so bad. But I was super excited to get it back with this because I really do love the Morphe Flawless sponge. If you're on the hunt for a good makeup sponge, I definitely would suggest the Flawless sponge. Someone asked me the other day to name off my favorite makeup sponges, which was like such a rude question. Like, why would you ask me to do that? And it was so hard too. I was like, oh, that was a cruel question. But the Morphe Flawless sponge definitely made it on my list that I highly recommend. I just think it is really good. I definitely even think it gives the Beauty Blender a run for its money. I barely touch my Beauty Blender. Like, barely. Like the original like Beauty Blender, I barely touch it because I think there are so many other good sponges. A Flawless sponge is right up in there. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to my brush collection. Here it is. Just kidding. Here is my brush collection from Morphe, and I swear I'm probably missing like a brush or two in my giant jumble of makeup brushes, but yeah, I really enjoy Morphe brushes. So I'm just gonna run through these probably as quickly as I can, let you know the names and what I use them for. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and hop into these brushes. So this is the M439. This is what I use for foundation. I think it is a fabulous foundation brush. I recommend this one all of the time. This one is the E3. It's more of a pointed brush. I use this a lot to dust away baking powder or even to apply powder all over the face. Excellent brush. I take this traveling with me all of the time. Another one I have is the M427. This is a dual fiber brush. A lot of times I use this for blush, like cream blushes or like the ColourPop blushes. I will use a dual fiber to apply those. This Big Daddy is my R2 brush. I got this for a bronzing brush and I absolutely love it. I love big brushes. They just make me so happy. Wonderful bronzing brush. I use it almost every single day. This one is the E4. This is what I use for blush. It's a nice angled brush and super, super soft. It is amazing for blush. One of my favorite blush brushes. This is the G2. This is what I use for under eye concealer, or I will even use it for cream contour. So it has a couple of different uses. This one is my 530. This is what I use for contour or bronzer, and I love this brush. Very happy I got that one. This one is the M501. I use this for highlighting. I've used it so much that it's kind of lost its shape, but I like used the crap out of this when I first got it. It's been washed so many times, but this was definitely a very loved highlighting brush. My lovely friend KCV, she also sent me the 25A palette, and in her box that she sent me a bunch of the Gunmetal collection eye brushes. So these are some of the eye brushes that came in there, and I have been using these so much. A couple of the standouts to me in this collection was the G24. It is an awesome blending brush. Also the G18 is just a bit of a smaller blending brush. And then the G27, which is a really nice pointer brush. So I was really excited. All of these eye brushes in the Gunmetal collection have been really, really nice. So huge thank you to Casey for those. And then a few more eye brushes that I have. The M433. It's just a really nice blending brush. I use this so often. Like, I feel like you can't have enough of them. Also the M441, again another blending brush, but it's a little bit more fluffier than the other one. I use this a lot to apply the first transition color when I'm just kind of being kind of messy and sloppy, and the other one is when I want a more defined crease. And then I have the E18. A lot of times I will use this for inner corner highlight or to highlight the brow bone. And then the E36, I love this brush. It goes everywhere with me. It is what I use to apply lower lash eyeshadows. I love that brush. I use it all the time. So those are a few more of my eye brushes. And my beautiful friend Jordan, who sent me the 25B and the Flawless Sponge, I like died when she sent me this. This is the Copper Dreams brush set. I always just call it the Copper set. It's the Copper Dreams brush set. It came in this beautiful case as well, and it's like a traveling case because you can put this over it if you want to travel with your brushes, which I think is amazing, and I'm definitely going to use it for that. It came with all of these brushes, and I was like, no, you did not, because I just have such a soft spot for brushes, you guys. I feel like brushes are like the offensive lineman of a football team, because the quarterback always gets all of the praise and all of the recognition, but the O-line is the one who's like knocking other players out of the way so the quarterback can throw the damn ball. Like, they never get the recognition that they need for protecting that quarterback and letting him make those throws. And that's what I feel like makeup brushes are. Everybody's always like, oh, your makeup is so beautiful and your eyeshadows look so amazing and blended. Like, what do you think did that? My fingers? No, it's the brushes. So I just love makeup brushes. I have a sick obsession with them, obviously. But I was so excited. Again, I just got these yesterday is when I opened up the box, so I haven't even busted into them yet, but I think they are so beautiful. This set came out around the time, at the same time that the 25A and 25B did, and I was so disappointed because not only was I going to buy those two palettes, but I was also going to buy this brush collection because I thought it was beautiful. I saw it came back in stock and I had it in my bag because Morphe just released a setting spray that I'm feeling real thirsty for, because I also love setting sprays and makeup mist. And I was like, I had my bag ready to go. I had other items added in there, so when the setting spray came, I could just go ahead and buy it. And this was definitely in my bag. And then when I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. So I'm so excited to use these brushes. There's a combination of face and eye brushes. There's a dual fiber brush in there, which I thought was very cool, but super excited to have this. And I just thought the case was so darn cute as well, and I love that it's travel friendly. So that's all for my Morphe Brushes brush collection, and then that will also do it for my Morphe Brushes entire collection. Okay, so that's gonna be everything for my Morphe Brushes collection. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and seeing everything that I have from Morphe Brushes. Again, it's just a really favorite brand of mine, one that I was buying from before I started my YouTube channel, and that I continually be impressed with, between their makeup and their brushes, their sponges. I mean, I get very impressed with them, and there's not a lot from Morphe that disappoints me. So I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing my collection, all of the makeup that I have and the brushes that I have. I would love to know, do you guys order from Morphe a lot? Is it one of your favorite brands? What are some of your favorite makeup items or your favorite brushes? Like, are there any ride or die Morphe items that you have? I would absolutely love to know. Or did anything in this video catch your eye and you know that you want to order it now from Morphe? Let me know in the comments down below. I do read and respond to all your comments, and I love chatting with you guys and getting ideas on what I'm going to need to buy next from Morphe, because I swear I always have like a running cart going over there. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see in June for my makeup collection. Which brand do you want to see featured next? I'd love to know, so leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. As always, I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I hope that you will consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye!